Good morning and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here this morning with Piper and Fred. What we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is her ability to understand and respond to her obedience commands, the correction and the motivation we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded in his right hand. That leaves the left hand free to give the correction. And the only correction, if you remember, that we give is a little tug and let go on the training collar. And that is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Piper has been fitted with her very own training collar that she's going to come home with, and you're going to be taught how to use that during your follow-up training session. Now she's sitting very nicely at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is heeling. Heeling is proper walking on the leash, and the command is Piper heel. At this point, Piper has a job to do, and that is to remain even with your left leg during walks. Did you step on her foot?
Yeah.
Not forging ahead or lagging behind, but staying right even with you. And actually, she was so close she got herself stepped on. And each time that you stop your feet, she should sit automatically without being told to wait for her next command. And she does it with a great attitude. Her tail is up and wagging. She's happy to do it. And the next exercise that Fred's going to demonstrate for you is the stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command. You use your left open palm about a couple inches. Now she got up. So Fred said no, stay, and repeated the command. That's the correction. The long sit stay you can practice right in your house. 1 minute working up to 3 minutes. When Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her as an additional distraction, and she should remain seated until she gets her next command, and they take off heeling again. And we're not DVDing in the best possible circumstances. We got snow this morning, so nice automatic sit. She's a very smart girl, and this is redirecting all that energy into positive, positive activities with no treats. This is the long sit stay, and this time instead of returning back to her, Fred calls her. And she should come right in front of you and sit facing your knees, and that eliminates all that jumping behavior. This is good exercise for her brain, good exercise for her body. Helps to wear her out, gives her a sense of accomplishment, all good things. Nice automatic sit. Fred's going to leave her in another sit stay. And again, you can practice these exercises right in your house. That's how you get good house manners. And this time, instead of returning back to her, Fred's going to call her. You use her name and a happy voice, and she should come and sit right in front of you facing your knees, and that eliminates jumping all over the kids, jumping all over you, and they go back to heeling. And you can see how calm her demeanor is when she's working with Fred. She's not that little jitterbug that she can be. She's much more focused. Now this time, Fred's going to demonstrate your down from a heel position. So with the dog seated at your left, you use your left open palm straight down toward the ground and the one-word command to down. Now she didn't go down, so Fred's going to heel her out of that. And rather than get into an argument with her, we go back to the heel. There you go. So as you're down from a heel position, long down stay is for 3 minutes, working up to 5 minutes. And she'll push you. You see what she's doing. Now when Fred returns back to her, he will walk all the way around her just as he did on the sit stay, as an additional distraction, returning all the way back around to heel. Everything starts and stops at heel position. I want him to demonstrate that down from a heel position for you one more time. Perfect. Down, stay. Hand and voice command. This teaches her self-control, focus, maturity. This time Fred's going to call her out of that. Calls her right in. She comes right in front and sits. Perfect. And then goes back to heel and back sitting. And you see her focusing on Fred, looking up at him, and that's what we want. Now the last exercise that we're going to demonstrate for you is the down from a distance. This is a little bit harder exercise. Fred's going to leave her in a sit stay. He's going to walk out to the end of his training leash and face her. He's going to use the right hand to give the command this time. Very good. That's her down from a distance. So we've demonstrated for you all of the formal obedience commands. Heeling, automatic sits, stays, down stays, come. These are all of your formal obedience commands that we want you to practice with Piper, and I'll teach you how to put it into practical application in your home. Thank you again for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company, and we've enjoyed having her.